Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we have a huge box here, full of fish. This is wild. This is like, I think, one of my biggest orders ever. But yeah, let's check it out and see what we have here. So the first one is a Scopus tang. He's doing okay. His water is a little bit cold, but we'll put them to float in the water for acclimation. The second fish is a mimicked tang, a yellow mimic tang, a very nice fish, nice yellow. Here we have a nice size, oh, it's a very big one, flame angelfish. This is a very big one. Let's see what we have here. Here we have a small Tamini tang. Float him. A powder blue tang. A blue hippo tang. He's doing okay. A Desjardins sailfin tang. And last but not least, a clown tang. Now this is a wild order. Everything is gonna go in here for now. I'm expecting some fights, but there's so many tangs that I think it will be diverse. Not all fish will stay in this tank forever. It is 160 gallons, so for now they should be okay. But in the future, most likely, if everything goes well, if they don't die or something bad happens to them, I'll have to get rid of them, and that's when I'm gonna give it to somebody else that I know. So yeah, so we have 8 fish, everybody came alive. Let's start the acclimation process and I'll show you guys how I acclimate. Okay, so I started the acclimation process. There is the tube. I just put it in there because it's the wedges are holding the tube, and it's going down into the bucket. If you want to see the speed, it's not going too slow. It's going fairly quick, I would say. Now, one problem that I do see is the clown tang came in very bad shape, I would say. His fins look way off. The other guys look good. The flame angel fish, his fins are a little bit torn. Same thing with the powder blue tang. Who else has an issue? That's it. I would say 3 fish have an issue. And let's hope everybody does well. I do have the UV sterilizer in this tank. It's fairly big. I'm relying on that to keep up with disease and make sure that there's no issue in the tank. So let's hope that works, because it's been working for a while. This is the fish that I'm most worried about. So he obviously grew since I got him a lot. I got him when he was the size of this guy. Yeah, and I think he's gonna be my biggest problem. So I prepared this fish trap over here. I'm probably gonna have to trap him or trap somebody because we have him. I don't think he's gonna bother anybody. He might bother, but again, there's so many tangs in here that I think everything should work out because they're gonna be so overwhelmed with competition and they're just not gonna know who to attack. And that's my hope. That's what happens. Besides that, everything in the tank looks good. The corals are open. I've been having some issues with some of the corals, but since I got everything in check, everything looks okay. The anemones are booming. They're as big as ever. Yeah. So let's wait another. I'm gonna wait until this bucket fills up, and that's when I'm gonna add the fish, and I'll show you guys that video. Okay, so I filled it up around till here with my fish tank water, and I spilled the rest, and they're ready to go into the tank. So let's put one by one in. There is the anglerfish. His mouth is a little bit white over here. Not sure what that is. I just hope it's not a disease. Here is the Desjardins sailfin, who looks fine. He looks okay. There will be some aggression. Let's put this guy in. This guy looks the greatest out of all of them. Yellow mimic tang. Next is the blue hippo. Seems to be okay. I'm actually surprised that nobody's bothering him. So that seems to be good. You guys can see in his mouth, I was putting in I was gluing some corals down, and it looks like he bit the glue when I was gluing them down, like right after, and he has glue on his mouth. So it usually comes off. I've seen that before, it comes off. Here is the Scopus tang. There he goes. Some people don't give them love. I think once they're bigger, they look really good. Here's a tiny Tamini tang. Here he goes. Hopefully nobody bothers him. Now here's the ones that I'm most worried about when it comes to fighting. It's this guy, the blue. Into the tank. He already had ripped fins when he came. I just hope the Soho tank he gets overwhelmed with the new competition, that he just doesn't attack anybody. That's the hope, but worst case scenario, we have the trap ready. So, and here is the clown tang. You can see his tail came completely messed up. Let's just hope he does fine. I don't know, it does not look like a healthy fish, to be honest. How they could ship a fish like that is questionable. But listen, I'm not just gonna kill a fish and let him die. I don't have anywhere else to put him. But yeah, I think that's unacceptable to have a fish come like that. But hey, I'm giving him a chance. They do have a guarantee. Again, I got all these fish from New York Aquatic. They have a guarantee for 14 days. So that's mainly why I'm making this video, just to document how they came. But ultimately, to teach you guys that if you add a bunch of tanks at a time, it usually works out with no aggression. That's how it goes. And so far, I'm not seeing any crazy stuff going on. He is the one that I'm very afraid of. But again, he's small. Usually the big ones are insane aggressive. This guy also grows up to be extremely aggressive. That's why I added them. idea is that all these fish will fill up my tank and I wouldn't have to get any more tanks. Again, this is like a bunch of tanks. This is 8 tanks. Well, not 8, 7 tanks with one angelfish. The flame angel is a little bit bigger than I thought he was gonna be, but whatever, that's fine. I just hope he lives a long time. I usually like to get fish when they're small and I have them grow out because you get to keep them for longer, they last longer, and I don't have the largest tank in the world. It is a 6-foot tank, so I think it should be okay. So yeah, there's a Dejavini. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add some seaweed into the tank. I add seaweed every day and I didn't do it until now, so like that, to avoid aggression. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so here we go. Added the seaweed. Obviously my usual fish are attacking it first. Those are the fish that already are in this tank for a year or more. The Sahul tank, the purple tank. My oldest fish is actually the gem tank. His fins are messed up. I don't know why. If somebody knows why his fins are like that, I would love to know, but he's a healthy fish. He doesn't have any scars or anything. It's just his fins are growing in a very interesting way compared to the, for example, the yellow tank. He does have this white scarring, but he's a captive bred yellow tank, so maybe he's just not as healthy as the wild ones. I don't know, but that's how I got him, kind of. So I'm feeding them a lot of greens. But the purple tank is also from New York Aquatic. Most of my fish are from New York Aquatic, besides a few. The parrotfish is not. There you have the flame angel. He's very big. I don't like it I didn't want him to be that big. I wanted him to be this size. This is a gold flake angelfish, a juvenile. I got him as a baby, and he's growing slowly. There's the clown tank swimming very funny. It's kind of heartbreaking when you get a fish like that. But what can I do? Here's a sailfin tank. He actually looks very comfortable. That's the mimic tank. The blue tank is over there in the middle of the screen. So yeah. Right now there's no crazy aggression, obviously, because I'm feeding. The powder blue is right next to the Soho. No fight yet. I'll keep you guys posted if there's a fight. Hey guys, so we are around 2 weeks after the New York Aquatic delivery of the fish. So we started off with 8 fish. We started off with the flame angel. He came with a spot in his lip, but he's doing actually very well. We got the Dejardini sailfin tank, doing very well. We got the powder blue. He does have ick, but I know how to handle it. I kind of knew he was gonna get ick. And we also got the blue hippo tank. He also has some ick, but he's looking a lot better. Both of these guys are notorious ick fish. Basically, they get ick like people catch a cold, probably even more so. They get ick usually in the beginning, and then once everything is fine, then they don't really have it. The way I'm dealing with it is a lot of nori and a UV sterilizer. That's what I do. I recommend everybody to have a UV sterilizer. So that's 4. Here's the Scopus tank. That's 5. Here is the chocolate tank or yellow mimic tank. That's number 6. 2 didn't make it. 2 fish. The clown tank, which came in terrible shape, he was dead literally the next morning. And the Tamini tank didn't make it. I don't know, he just didn't make it. Not sure what was happening to him, but yeah. So these are the guys that made it. So far so good. Now regarding fighting, there was no fighting, and I'm so happy about it. Literally, I have a notorious aggressive fish, which is the purple tang. People say these are wild, and then this guy, people say these are even more wild. But again, they're not full size, but I think my strategy was I put in 8 tangs at once, and there was no fighting. There was maybe some show-offy. If something, he has a scar, he has a scratch right there, if you can see it. He's the one with the scratch, but I don't know. I think my gem tank did it to him. So there was no fighting. The angelfish is doing really well. But yeah, it worked out. So I think that was pretty successful so far, and I'll keep an eye on these guys for a little another update. Maybe I'll do it every month on the fish. And I'll see you guys in the next video.